had, even when it turned so bad. You were never mine to lose tonight, just a shadow in my life. Every moment that we shared was a love that wasn't there. I was calling you my own while you felt so overthrown. Now I see what I went through. I was never yours, and you were kind but not in love, just enough to rise above loneliness you tried to hide, while I stayed right by your side. I mistook your gentle ways for a love that chose to stay, but the truth behind your eyes was just comfort in disguise. I was building something real while you didn't even feel. You were never mine to lose tonight, lost without a fight. Every memory we made now just slowly starts to fade. I was loving something false, paying such a heavy cost. Now there's nothing left to prove. I was just a point you moved. Maybe I just wanted more than what you were given for. Maybe I created you into something that felt true. An illusion I call love tonight faded from my side. Every dream I tried to hold, now just something turning cold. Even if I still believe, there's no you left here for me. You were never mine to lose, just a dream I chose to choose. I kept thinking we were fine, never read between the lines. Every sign I chose to miss, now I'm drowning in all this. You were distant all along, but I told myself I'm wrong, till the moment it was clear. You were never really here, and over I ignored what I could see. I realized too late tonight we had lost the fight. Every moment that we shared was a love already spared. I was holding on to you while you already withdrew. Now I'm left with what I knew. I was loving something through. You had changed before I saw hidden truth behind a flaw. Every word you used to say was already fading gray. I kept trying to repair something broken in the air, but the truth I couldn't face was already in its place. I was living in delay while you walked the other way. I realized too late tonight, lost without a light. Every memory we made now just slowly starts to fade. I was trying not to see what was happening to we. Now there's nothing left to prove. You were already removed. Maybe love can disappear while we still believe it's here. Love that was already gone, and still I try to fight. Every dream I try to keep, now just something buried deep. Even if I close my eyes, I still see your last goodbyes. I realize it's too late, we were never meant to stay. You came into my life so fast, like something built to last. You needed me for every tear, said I was the reason you were here. I believed in what you said, built a future in my head. But the moment you felt strong, something in you moved along. You held me when you were weak, left me when you found your peace. You needed me until you didn't tonight. Then you walked away from the light. Every word you said to me now just feels like memory. I was everything you needed till your heart completed. Now I see what we became, just a temporary flame. You stopped calling like before, didn't need me anymore. Every message turned to none, like your healing had begun. And I stayed in broken spaces, trying hard to find my place. But the truth I couldn't fight was you left when things felt light. I was only there to mend, not the one you chose in the end. You needed me until you didn't tonight. Lost without a fight, every memory we made now just slowly starts to fade. I was there to hear your pain, but you never felt the same. Now there's nothing left to prove, I was never your true love. Maybe I was just a phase in your healing, in your days. Maybe love for you was real only while you needed to feel. Temporary love story tonight ended without a fight. Every dream I try to keep, now just something buried deep. Even if I gave my all, I was just there for your fall. You needed me, it's true, but never loved me through. You were perfect in my eyes, every word felt so precise, like you knew just what to say to make me never walk away. I believed in everything, and the love you try to bring, till the truth became Every detail that you made was a carefully planned shape of a person you designed to keep control inside my mind. You knew how to make me stay, knew exactly what to say, but the truth behind it all wasn't love, it was a wall. You were hiding in plain sight, behind everything so right. I was loving who you pretended to be tonight, fading from the light. Every memory we share now just feels like something rare. I was trusting every move while you play me like a truth. Now there's nothing left to see. You were never real to me. Maybe love can be a mess, built to pass every test. Maybe I just didn't know you were putting on a show. The version you show me tonight disappeared from sight. Every dream I try to hold now, just something turning cold. Even if I close my eyes, I still see your perfect lies. I was loving something new, but that someone wasn't you. You're always by my side, but something didn't feel right. Like your heart was somewhere else, even when you held me tight. I kept thinking it was me, something I just couldn't see, till the truth began to grow. You were there, but not in soul. You didn't leave, you didn't run, but you never chose me once. You stayed but never loved me tonight. Held me without the light. Every moment that we shared was a love that wasn't there. I was giving everything while you felt like nothing. Now I see We were trying to be strong, but we didn't know how long love could last without a guide, without knowing what's inside. We were guessing every move, hoping it would somehow prove that we knew what we were doing, while we slowly kept losing. We were learning as we fell, but we never learned it well. We didn't know how to love tonight, lost without a light. Every step we tried to take led us closer to the break. I was giving all I knew, but it wasn't right for you. Now I see what we became, just confusion in a flame. We were building something weak, on a ground that couldn't keep. Every fight became too much, every word lost its touch. We were holding on to fear, calling it a love so near. But the truth we couldn't face was already in its place. We were wrong but didn't see what love's meant to truly be. We didn't know how to love tonight, fading out of sight. Every memory we made now just slowly starts to fade. I was trying to believe in a love we couldn't keep. Now there's nothing left to prove. We just didn't know love. Maybe love takes more than heart, more than just a hopeful start. Maybe time is what we need to understand what love should be. Love without direction tonight, couldn't keep it right. Every dream we tried to hold, now just something turning cold. Even if we tried our best, we were not what love requests. We didn't know what to do, and that's why I lost you. There was something in your touch that didn't feel like us, like you held me out of habit, not because you wanted it. Every glance you turned away told me more than words could say. I could feel it in your soul. You were letting go. You didn't have to say goodbye. I saw it in your eyes. I felt you letting go tonight before you left my life. Every second that we shared felt like something unprepared. I was reaching out for you, but you slipped right through. Now I'm left with what I knew. I was already losing you. We were standing face to face, but there was empty space. Every word became too late to rewrite what was fate. I kept hoping you wasn't gone, even when it lingered on. I felt you letting go tonight, lost without a fight. Every memory we made now just slowly starts to fade. I was trying not to see what was happening to me. Now the truth is all I know. I felt you letting go. Maybe endings come in waves before the final break. Maybe hearts can drift apart before they truly part. Before you said goodbye tonight, I had lost the fight. Every tear I try to hide falls for what we couldn't guide. Even if I call your name, nothing ever feels the same. I felt everything come through when I started losing you. We were almost everything, like a half in a stream. Every moment felt so right, but not enough to fight. We were standing near the edge of a love we couldn't catch, close enough to feel it true, far enough to lose it too. We were right but not complete, like two paths that didn't meet. We were close to once tonight, but not enough to make it right. Every step we tried to take led us closer to the break. I was holding on to you, but not something we could do. Now I see it clearly too. We were wrong, never true. We kept hoping we would grow into something we could show, but the truth we couldn't face was already in its place. We were something in between, not a loss, not a dream, just a story left undone before it had begun. We were scared to let it go, even though we didn't know. We were close to once tonight, lost without a fight. Every memory we made now just slowly starts to fade. I was trying to believe in a way we couldn't be. Now the truth is hard to see. You were never meant for me. Maybe almost is enough for a memory of love. Even if it couldn't stay, it still felt real that day. Not quite meant to be tonight. Still I miss the light. Every dream we try to hold, now just something turning cold. Even if I close my eyes, I still see our almost light. We were close, it's always true, just not something we got through. Didn't have to say a word, still I felt what wasn't heard. Every pause between your breath carried something close to death. I was waiting for the truth, hoping it would come from you, but your silence drew the line between your heart and mine. You didn't speak, but I could feel everything you tried to conceal. Your silence spoke louder than any word you tried to hide. Every second that you said the love had slipped away. I was begging for the truth, but you chose what not to prove. Now I'm left to understand all the words you never said. You would look, but not too long, like you knew something was wrong. Every answer felt too late, like we sealed a quiet fate. I kept asking what had changed, but your silence stayed the same. And I knew deep down inside you had already said goodbye. You were gone without a sound, even when you stayed around. Your silence spoke louder than I, cutting deeper than a fight. Every moment that we shared now just feels like something spared. I was holding on to you while your silence pulled me through. Now I see what we became, just a quiet ending name. Maybe silence is the truth when there's nothing left to prove. Maybe words just fall apart when there's nothing in the heart. Words you never said tonight took away the love light. Every tear I tried to hide falls for what you kept inside. Even if I call your name, nothing ever feels the same. You said everything I knew without saying I'm done with you. There was no final goodbye, no reason left to cry. Just a moment we both knew we were finally through. No more fixing what was wrong, no more holding on too long. We just stood and let it break, like a choice we didn't make. We didn't fight, we didn't plead, we just lost what we used to need. We stopped trying to say goodnight, let go without a fight. Every piece we tried to hold finally slipped and turned to cold. I was waiting for a sign, but you didn't even try. Now I see it clearly too. We gave up, me and you. We were tired of the pain, of repeating it again. Every word became too weak, every silence felt too deep. We had nothing left to save, just a love we couldn't brave. So we let it fade away, like it wanted us to say we were done before we knew. We just followed something through. trying to say tonight, fading out of sight. Every memory we made slowly started to decay. We were holding empty air, calling it something rare. Now the truth is hard to say. We both chose to walk away. Maybe endings don't need sound. Sometimes they just come around without warning, without tears. After all the wasted years, the day we gave up tonight was the end of our fight. Every dream we try to keep, now just something buried deep. Even if I still believe, there's no us left here to see. We didn't fall, we didn't break. We just stopped for our own sake. We were young, we were sure, thought our love would always endure. Every promise felt so real, like forever we could feel. We said things we couldn't prove, made a future we couldn't move. Now those words just echo back in a life we seem to lack. We believed in what we said, without knowing what's ahead. We said forever too soon tonight. Now we've lost the light. Every promise that we made slowly started to fade. I was holding on to dreams that were weaker than they seemed. Now I see what we became, just two people in a flame. We didn't know how to grow, didn't know what love would show. Every challenge broke us down, turned our smiles into a frown. We were strong in fantasy, but not in reality. Every step we tried to take led us closer to the break. We were hoping love was enough, but forever can be tough. We said forever too soon tonight, lost without a fight. Every second proved it true, we didn't know what to do. I was trying to believe in a life we couldn't keep. Now there's nothing left to prove, we just didn't know love. Maybe time is what we need to understand what love should be. Maybe someday we will see why we couldn't let it be. Promises we couldn't keep tonight. Still I miss your light. Every dream we try to hold, now just something turning cold. Even if I close my eyes, I still see our younger lives. We said forever, it was true, just not something we could do. I gave everything I had, even when it turned to bad. I forgot who I became while I carried all your pain. every piece of who I was got lost inside of us. I was living through your eyes while ignoring my own cries. I put you above it all. Never thought I'd fall this hard. I loved you more than me tonight. Lost myself in your light. Every part I tried to give was the only way I lived. I was everything for you while I lost what made me true. Now I'm standing here alone, trying to rebuild my own. I ignored the signs I knew just to stay a part of you. Every time you pulled away, I found reasons you would stay. I kept breaking silently while you stood so easily. I was drowning in your sea while you never noticed me. I gave more than I could take. Now I'm left with what I break. I loved you more than me tonight. Gave away my fight. Every memory we made feels like something thrown away. I was trying to be enough, but you never saw my love. Now I see what I went through. I disappeared in you. Maybe love should not erase every part we used to face. Maybe giving all we are leaves us with SoViKa. Lost myself in you tonight, and I'm searching for my light. Every piece I left behind, now I'm trying hard to find. Even if I heal one day, there's a part that won't stay. I loved you more than me. And that cost everything. You were warmth inside my veins. Now you only bring me pain. Every touch you used to give made me feel like I could live. Now your hands feel far away, even when you choose to stay. Something froze inside your heart right before we fell apart. I could feel the change in you, even when you said we're good. Your love turned cold on me tonight. Froze away the light. Every moment that we shared feels like something unprepared. I was reaching out for heat, but you left me incomplete. Now I'm standing in the blue, feeling cold because of you. You start looking in my eyes like you didn't recognize all the love I tried to give, all the ways I tried to live. We were fire, we were flame. Now it's just a distant name, something we can't bring back, lost somewhere we can't track. I was warm while you went cold. Now I'm left here all alone. Your love turned cold on me tonight. Lost without a fight. Every second proved it true. I was losing parts of you. I was holding on to flame while you walked away again. Maybe warmth can disappear, leaving only empty here. From warm to empty now tonight. I've lost all the light. Every dream we try to keep, now just something buried deep. Even if I still believe there's no you left here for me. Your love faded into blue, and I froze along with you. We were smiling in the crowd, acting like we were still proud, like nothing was going wrong, like we still somehow belonged. But behind those quiet eyes lived 1,000 hidden lies. We were breaking every day, but we chose to look away. We were scared to face the end, so we chose to just pretend. We pretended it was fine tonight, hiding from the truth inside. Every laugh was just a mask, covering what we didn't ask. We were dying deep inside, but we never let it slide. Now I see what we became, just two people playing games. We stopped talking from the heart, still refused to fall apart. We kept living in disguise, avoiding all the real goodbyes. Every moment felt so fake, but we smiled through the break, hoping something might repair what was already not there. We were holding empty air, calling it a love we shared. We pretended it was fine tonight, lost without a fight. Every second that we stayed was another slow decay. We were trying not to see what was happening to we. Now the truth is crystal clear, there was nothing left to fear. Maybe truth is hard to face when love loses all its place. Maybe lies feel easier when goodbye is drawing near. Smiling through the break tonight, we finally lost the fight. Every memory we made now just slowly starts to fade. Even if we try to stay, we were over anyway. We pretended it was fine while we crossed the final line. I was standing in the same place, still believing in your face, while you slowly slipped away. Every night and every day, I kept holding on to hope, while you quietly cut the road. Never told me what was wrong, just kept dragging me along. I was there through every fall. You weren't there for me at all. I was still still there for you tonight. While you walked away from the fight, every tear I tried to hide fell for you who never tried. I was giving everything while you felt like nothing. Now I see the painful truth. I stayed while I lost you. Every time you needed me, I was there so faithfully. But when I needed you the most, you were just a fading ghost. I kept trying to believe you still had some love for me, but your silence said it all. You were waiting for the fall. I was loving you alone, even when you felt like home. I was still there for you tonight, standing in the broken light. Every promise that you made turned into a quiet fade. I was holding on to us while you gave it up. Now there's nothing left to prove. I was never enough for you. Maybe love should feel the same, not a one-sided flame. Maybe I just didn't see you were never here with me. You left me while I stayed tonight, and I've given up to fight. Every memory I keep now just something very deep. Even if I call your name, nothing ever feels the same. I was always there for you, but you were never there too. We were perfect in a way, just not meant for yesterday. Every moment felt so right, but we couldn't make it right. Different dreams and different roads, different ways we had to hold. We were close but not aligned, like we fell out of time. And we're right but not in place, lost between time and space. We fell out of time tonight, couldn't keep the light. Every second felt so true, but it wasn't built for two. I was holding on to fate while we slowly came too late. Now I see what we went through. Right love, wrong time for you. We were strong but couldn't stay. Something pulled us both away. Every plan we tried to make turned into a quiet break. We were something rare and real, but not something we could feel in the way we needed to make it all come true. We were almost everything, but not enough to win. We fell out of time tonight, lost without a fight. Every memory we hold feels like something turning cold. I was hoping we could stay, but the world got in the way. Now there's nothing left to prove. We just couldn't move. Maybe timing is the key, even more than destiny. Maybe love can still be true, even if it can't be you. Right love, wrong moment tonight. Still I miss your light. Every dream we couldn't keep, now just something buried deep. Even if I close my eyes, I still see before, like the one I once adored. Every word you say feels new, but not in a way I knew. I kept holding on to you while you changed into someone new, and I stayed through all the pain, hoping you come back again. I was loving who you were while you became a blur. I stayed while you changed tonight, lost inside your shifting light. Every version of your face felt like someone I replaced. I kept hoping you'd return, but that hope began to burn. Now I'm left with what is true. Something's always tightly hid. Every moment feels so far, like I don't know who you are. We were close but now we're strange, lost inside this quiet change. I was holding something real, now I don't know what to feel. You were drifting day by day, even when you chose to stay. While you changed tonight, trying hard to make it right. Every memory we made now just slowly starts to fade. I was standing in the past while your future moved too fast. Now there's nothing left to do. Have I lived the old you? Have I lived the old you? People always change, even love can rearrange. Maybe holding on too tight doesn't bring them back to life. I stayed while you changed tonight, and I've lost the will to fight. Every piece I try to keep, now just something buried deep. Even if I still believe there's no you left here for me, I was loving someone true, but that someone wasn't me. But that someone wasn't me. I was loving someone true, but that someone wasn't you. No explosion, no goodbye, just a fading in your eye, like a building falling slow, but nobody seemed to know. We were standing side by side while something broke inside. Every second passing by was another silent lie. We didn't scream, we didn't cry, we just let it slowly die. We broke without a sound tonight, lost within the quiet fight. Every piece fell silently right in front of you and me. I was waiting for a sign that you still were somehow mine, but the silence told me true. There was nothing left to do. We kept living like before, even when there was no more. Every smile just a mask, hiding what we didn't ask. I was trying to repair something broken in the air, but the truth I couldn't Sometimes silence doesn't bend. Maybe quiet hurts the most when you lose what you were close. We broke without a sound tonight, and I've given up the fight. Every memory we knew turned into a point of view. Even if I wanted to, there's no fixing me and you. We didn't crash, we didn't fall, we just slowly lost it all. You used to hold me close, like I mattered the most. Now our hands feel cold, like a story already told. Every look you give away feels like you don't wanna stay, like the love we used to keep fell into a silent sleep. You remember who I am, but forgot how to understand. You forgot how to love me tonight, somewhere out of sight. Every touch feels out of place, like I'm someone you replace. I keep trying to believe there's still something left in me, but the truth I can't deny is your love has said goodbye. We still talk but not the same. No more fire, no more flame. Every word feels incomplete, like we're walking separate streets. I was holding every part while you slowly lost your heart, and I stayed through all the pain just to feel you once again. I was loving you alone, even when you still were home. You forgot how to love me tonight, lost the will to fight. Every memory we made feels like something thrown away. I was trying not to see you were slipping far from me. Now there's nothing left to prove. You forgot how to love. Maybe love can fade away without choosing not to stay. Maybe hearts can lose their way, even if they used to stay. You forgot how to love me tonight, and I'm losing all my light. Every tear I try to hide falls for what we couldn't fight. Even if I call your name, nothing ever feels the same. You remember who I am, but forgot how to understand. This room still holds your trace. Every shadow knows your face. Every corner feels your name, but nothing sounds the same. I keep hearing what we said, words replay inside my head, but the truth I can't ignore. nothing I can do. Echoes in an empty room tonight, calling from the fading light. Every whisper feels so real, but you're not here for me to feel. I'm surrounded by the past, trying hard to make it last, but the truth I'm going through is I'm here without you. I still walk the same old floor, waiting like I did before, hoping somehow you'll return, but that hope begins to burn. Every step just feels so loud in this hollow, broken crowd. Even breathing feels so wrong, like I don't know where I belong. I keep chasing what we were, but it's nothing more than blur. Echoes in an empty room tonight, haunting every piece of life. Every memory remains, running circles in my brain. I was holding on to you, even when you were untrue. Now I'm left with what is true. There's no more me and you. Maybe echoes never fade, even when the love decays. Maybe silence tells the truth when there's nothing left of you.